Hi everyone, CRM Ninja here. I want to take a moment and talk about a new series that I'm going to be starting called the Oops Factor. The reason it's called the Oops Factor is it's about those times where inadvertently, by mistake, technology, non-technology related, done something that's make you go, oops. Now, there will be some people who use a different word, and that's fine, but we're going to try and avoid these on the show if possible and try and keep it family friendly. Now, the aim of it is that we know and we can learn what we can do to make our projects go better and how we can avoid making mistakes in the future that causes issues. Got a great lineup of people coming on it and looking forward to getting more people. My aim is to release this around weekly or so, depending on how things go. So without further ado, I'd like to kick off and talk about my own Oops Factor experience. So this was back at the start of my career. I've been working a couple of years with Dynamics. I had been exposed to client-side work, which I was thrown into at the deep end and was going really well. This was a client in central London. They work in the supply chain, so sort of wholesaler, taking stuff from suppliers and sending out to end users. They had a great sales team. They had great customer support. The people were really, really good. And the system they provided were even better. I mean, the server farm was out of this world. Mid-late 2000, 15,000 RPM hard drives, blinking lights everywhere. And server room was absolutely amazing. I could have lost myself in there for days on end, busy working out what I could get up to. Anyhow, that's not actually what happened with the Oops thing. So what it was in ALM best practice, we had our own dev system and test system in the office. We had a test system on site of the client for their systems, and they had their production system. This is the days of CRM 4.0, whereby you could have servers for everything. You could have your application server, your SSRS report server, your web server, database server, all the rest of it. It was great. Cloud is really, really good, but in some ways I miss those days of making sure everything was configured really well and correctly. So needed to put a patch or an update in on the test system. This wasn't a code update. This was a system update. I don't remember if it was Dynamics itself or it was a SQL Server thing or whatever. Anyway, so I had the details for the server, I had the IP addresses, I had the URLs, I had my RDPs ready. I downloaded the file, it was a couple of 100 meg, and had everything ready to go. And confirmed with the IT guys, and they're like, yeah, no problem, go ahead for it. So went ahead. I needed to stop services. That took a couple of seconds. Double click the install file, click. Obviously I read through all the license terms, but that's where speed reading comes in, right? And clicked off the install, and the timer thing came up on the bottom of the screen. We all know how accurate that is. So then I sort of heard a commotion in the background and thought, no, nothing to do with me. I'm on the test system. I've checked I'm on the test system. It's good, right? We're good to go. And then IT guys come running in the room and like, no, something's up with production. What's up with production? It's not working. Production has stopped. I'm on test. I can take a look at it. So together, take a really quick look and realize the production server is down. Why is the production server down? Well, turns out that they hadn't told me they were running a SQL cluster. And what happened was, as a result of that was, I've been told production was separate, test was separate, but I had stopped the cluster. So not only was production down for CRM, production for certain other applications was down as well. I brought this company to a standstill, which was quite nerve-wracking. You can't stop the install in the middle of it. You have to wait till it finish. And the cherry on the top, it required a reboot. Wasn't enough just to install and then you could get everything up running. The system needed to be rebooted after the update to ensure, for whatever reason, that it went in well. So I'm sitting there and thinking, uh-oh, what do I do? But they were actually really nice. IT guys came and sat down next to me. The install finished. They took over the process. They rebooted. They made sure that everything came back up without any problems. Phew, thankfully, it all came up again without any problems at all. I was really, really gratified by that. And then production came back out. Everybody Well, most people were thankful to me for sort of having a longer coffee break in the morning. It was about mid-morning or so than usual. The management wasn't as happy, but thankfully didn't throw the book at me. They accepted they should have double checked that I had everything that I needed, and the IT guy had said that I could go ahead with it. So I made sure everything was good. I sat down. I took a couple of minutes to breathe. Could start breathing again, of course, and was quite happy that that was then out the way and everything was back up. What did I learn from that? So the thing I learned from that is whenever I look at systems, I make sure I have every single piece of information. So the website names, the server names, so CNAMEs, IP addresses, DNS settings, you name it, got it all written down. Not only do I do that, I get somebody else to double check my work, that I have everything. And we've got a checklist that we've drawn up over the years so that when we're doing stuff, we know what we need to get and do, and for the client to provide, or we're doing internally, we do checklists, sign it off, somebody else to double check, sign that off. We've got it there, we've got the audit trail in place. So that's what I learned, and that's what I now do for my projects. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a short story. As I said, it was the start of my career, but it's still very fresh in my mind every time I go and I do something. Now, cloud admittedly makes things a bit easier, but still need to be really careful with these sort of things. So apparently now I'm going to say, if you like the concept, you want to hear more, subscribe, click the button wherever it is on the screen. This is the first self video I've recorded, which will for the channel. So there'll be some other videos on the channel as well. I'm going to be deep diving into some of the Dynamics technology and stuff, but this is a series that I'm actually really passionate about, having spoken to people over the last few months, and we have some great names. You'll recognize some of them you won't. I may even step outside of the tech community to get some non-tech people and just, business decisions and stuff, because anything that we can learn and share can improve us. Have a great day.